What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Big Just LaFlare. Welcome to the LaFlare Lounge with it. And hey, man, shit got weird last night, brother. Shit got weird last night. Shit got so weird that I had to try to keep up, man. I wrote notes. This is the Drake diss. These are these are the notes for the Drake diss. These are the notes right here for the Kendrick Lamar diss. Like it's gotten weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas took it to limps where it's like when I see you, I gotta do something now. And that's fine and dandy, but I just feel like niggas was dishing out disses, like accusations with no proof. And it just got weird. And it just seemed like you ever seen where it's like niggas is like it's a house full of people and then some niggas get to arguing and everybody just leaves them niggas to argue. That's what this was. That's what this was. The fun has been sucked out of this beef, in my personal opinion. And y'all can let me know how y'all feel. Please, please. Let me first say before I break this down. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I'm not asking y'all to subscribe. I'm not asking y'all to share the channel. I'm gonna do that later. But just hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the like button and just keep me in the algorithm. Let's push this. Now, listen. This shit done went left, bro. This shit done went left. We're gonna start off because Drake dropped. Drake dropped first. He put out Family Matters. And these are the breakdown. Now, I'm gonna say this. One thing that I didn't care for in the Family Matters was like I wanted Drake to only rap at Kendrick. Like, I get it. Niggas is on your head. That was a couple weeks ago, though. It's kind of over with. Like, I get it. But he didn't decide to do that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I can't say I'm gonna tell you why, but I figured that maybe Drake didn't have what like the most personal things, but he did spend a lot of time on Kendrick. So I'm not gonna say he shied away from Kendrick at all. He really went in on Kendrick. But I just thought that I'd have loved it, me personally. But Drake always gives us what Drake wants to give us. Like, we want a rap album, he gonna give us R&B. We want an R&B album, he gonna give us rap. So I get it. Here are the notes. We're gonna start off with everybody but Kendrick first. So he said a line about Metro and said, Metro, you basically slimed me out for a hoe. That's why he don't respect him. He went at Future. It wasn't even he went at Future. He kind of seems like hurt by Future, to be honest with you. He said this beef is making him sick, and they never really had issues. And he blames Leland Wayne, whoever that is. We can Google him later. He said for influencing Pluto to have beef, to jump in this shit. He went at Rick Ross. He said you're jealous and you're on Ozempic. He said your Ozempic is leaving a side effect of jealousy that the doctor didn't tell you about. You're a cop. You're calling me a white boy, and that fits because y'all wave more white flags than anybody. He said, if I catch a body on wax, that Rick Ross is going to Mirandize him. Thought that was kind of funny. And now we go to the weekend. He said, the weekend, you're never in the six. You're mad about a hoe I kissed and never fucked. Like, damn, bro, you still this mad? Like, nigga, I just lip locked with the bitch. He said, your music is for gay men and your boss is a junkie. Then he came at ASAP Rocky. He said, Rakim, you're talking shit, talking about you smashed my baby mama first, but if you do the math, I was fucking Riri at the time. Now, this is what I don't like. This is like some Quavo, Chris Brown shit. Like, these niggas is arguing over women. I've never been a proponent of that. So it's just, hey, you fucked my baby mama. I fucked your baby mama. We be fucking the same bitches. Then he said, we didn't know you even rapped. I thought you were into fashion because when you drop, it's always mid. Now we can move to Kendrick. And he had a lot to say about Kendrick. So I'll give him that. He said, you mentioned my son first, so now you got to get it. You're a civilian that will be on PC. You're not really a member. Cole's losing sleep about this shit, not me. Bring proof or it's just tea. You rap like you're trying to free the slaves. Harriet Tubman ass nigga. You're a fake activist. You want the hoes that I fuck. Oh, you hate the hoes that I fuck, but I fuck every girl, every color, and your queen is actually mixed. No, there's no pics of you holding your son. This is where I was like, okay, this is going kind of left. This is when people leave the house right here, right? He said, there's no pics of you holding your son. You could have left the kids out of this. And your baby mama's caption scream, come save me. I ain't gonna lie, I went to her page and they do. She's obviously like on some type of like mission. I don't know. Like, it just, y'all gotta go look at her page. She said, I heard that your son was Dave Free's son. And apparently that's Kendrick's general manager. That's where I'm like, okay. And then I seen academics. This is what I said. This is where I said it's going too far. Like academics. This is why I say like academics. You don't have to help Drake push his narratives. Like this is kind of weird. Like he put a picture of Kendrick's son, and the son is innocent. He's like a couple years old, maybe 2-3 years old, and you put a picture up of that man's child and put the Dave Free nigga next to it. Like that was disrespectful. I academics. I'm inspired by a lot of the shit that you do, but I thought that was nasty work. That was nasty work. Drake, that was nasty work, but I get it. Like, this is the rap beef. We don't need to add extra to that shit, though. Like, that was weird. He said he claims that Baby Keem's write all of Kendrick shit. He said, where's your auntie? That's who the real man of the house. Auntie meaning my auntie is a man now. He said he wants to shoot a fade with Kendrick. He said your bitch left and you moved to NYC. You proposed 9 years ago. Why don't you want to marry this girl? Maybe you're Mike and I'm Prince because you actually want to be white. And you wanted Cole to sit out of this beef. That was pretty much all of Family Matters. Now we can go to Meet the Grams, where Kendrick is basically penning letters to every member of Drake's known family in the light. So he starts off with Adonis, where he says, hey, can I be your mentor because your dad is not really concerned about you? First off, let me say this: never let a man piss on your leg. Where he's using the shit that came out like a decade ago, where T.I. was on Takers in the movie Takers at the Takers World Premiere. His homeboy got out of jail, and it was like kind of like his homeboy first time being drunk in a long time, and he was so drunk that he stood up in the movie theater, in the middle of the movie theater, whipped out his penis and started urinating on Drake's leg. And Drake got up and said, what the fuck? And ran out of there. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. He says that Drake is into escort businesses. He actually likes to code switch. That's why he got like 37 different accents when like you're really white, you're really a white man, or you're really just a Jewish man from a Jewish community, not part of the culture. And then he says, yo, your dad is on Ozempic. Now that's where we get the picture and the backstory of that glove is starting to make sense. The glove is actually from Dennis Graham, Drake's dad. Somebody stole his luggage or he left some luggage and somehow it ended up in the hands of Kendrick Lamar. Now, in this luggage, there's like a Maybach glove. So I felt like when the 616 dropped, that was him sending a message to Drake like, hey, nigga, there's some shit up in here I know about. Like, nigga, yeah. Because then we later found out through the artwork that there was a prescription for Ozempic, which is funny because Drake told Ross he was on Ozempic, but there's Ozempic and the prescription is made out to Aubrey Graham. And that was like the only provided proof through everything that we heard out of all these disses. Then he wrote he wrote a letter to Sandra Graham and Dennis Graham. And he said that, hey, I'm sorry that your son has gambling addiction. He's a sick man, and I actually want your son to die because he's sick. And he's basically a pedophile that hates black women, and he hypersexualizes them with kinks. And that, again, I wish that Drake would die. He insinuates that Drake is gay and that the reason he fucks all these women and stuff is because they're his beard. He insinuates that OVO is full of sex offenders. Actually, he just said it. OVO is full of sex offenders, and you keep your kid around all of these sexual offenders, which is kind of crazy. He says Drake's house is about to get raided on some Diddy shit. He's saying, hey, like it's only a matter of time. And then he urges LeBron James and Curry, who I guess are close friends of Drake, he encourages them to keep their family away from Drake. Now, this is the most controversial topic of this song, because just like he proved that Drake has Ozempic, Drake is proving that maybe Kendrick went for the old bait and switch. Like he put out bad information, saying that Kendrick was looking for information, and it sounds like maybe Kendrick might have went for it. So he's saying that he wrote a letter to Drake's daughter, 11-year-old daughter that allegedly we didn't know about. And he said Drake is only committed to music. He's not committed to fatherhood. He'd rather destroy families than take care of his own. And he says, I'm sorry that your dad basically had you in the dark because he likes to go to Turks and pay for sex and pop perks. He's a hit maker, a songwriter, and a superstar, undeniably, but he's more deadbeat more than anything. And for the fourth time, he should die. Now, like I said, Drake has a video for his diss, and the girl that they are using for the old bait and switch allegedly is they have like a poster on the wall on one of the walls of her, kind of showing like, yeah, nigga, we been knew what you had going on. Like you're not like you think you getting good information. You said OVO working for me in 616, when actually we really just fooled your ass. Now, let me say this first. Uh, First of all, y'all are using an 11-year-old girl, even if it is for bait, even if that is his daughter, or even if this is just an internet thing. Like this is just nasty. This is why I say the fun is being taken out of it. Like an 11-year-old girl, for real, we using kids for adult problems. I don't rock with this, bro. I really don't rock with where the direction that this beef is going. And I know they say rap has no limits, but I have my own limits. So maybe this is where I get disinterested in this beef. If y'all niggas want to keep going on, continue. I'm kind of over this beef. Um, and then lastly, Kendrick writes a letter to Drake where he said it got personal when you mentioned his wife. So both of these niggas are playing the "you started it" game. He's saying you mentioned my wife. Drake saying you mentioned my kid. He said you're 37-year-old, but you act like a kid. You're not 7 years old anymore. You have a gambling problem, a drinking problem, a pill popping problem. You have spending issues. You solicit women consistently, and you have a Tinder. Now I seen that a video resurfaced of a girl who basically saying that Drake hires niggas to get on Tinder, and the beautiful ones that he likes, he DMs them, he interviews them, he then takes them to Drake's house just so Drake can fuck him, and then they leave. Now, while that seems like the life, if you're a young man, if you're a young man, single man, just a young dude, right? I ain't gonna lie, as you get older, you be like, damn, nigga, like you kind of got a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of have an issue. That's if that's true. They saying that he said Drake again has identity issues. He's a body shamer of women. He's embarrassed by both of his baby mamas, and he's a liar about he's a habitual liar. He lied about his religion, he lied about his surgery, he lied about his accents, he lied about his ghostwriters, his crew members, his son and his daughter. So why would we believe anything that he's saying now? And that concludes both of their songs. Now, like I said, I ain't gonna talk too much longer. I'm kind of disgusted in both of these beefs. Like I said, I'm a little too old for all this bullshit. I think that Drake had the more digestible song. Is Drake is always gonna give you like something consistently where he's riding to it. So what I will say is Drake hasn't put out one bad record. Now, some of the records weren't bigger or better than Kendrick's, but consistently across the board, Drake has been like this. It's a straight line. So when Drake dropped Push Ups, that was good, right? When he dropped Tailor Made, I thought Tailor Made, maybe Tailor Made was a little dip down, but it was kind of funny, and I got the point of it. But it wasn't like too much of a dip. He then started kind of getting bullied back by Kendrick, and then he dropped this one. So I thought this one was cool too. Like I wasn't blown away by any of Drake's disses, but I did think that he kept it consistent. Now, Kendrick was all over the place to me. Now, Kendrick, I feel like if they were racing, Kendrick hit the Nas button at the beginning of the race, and he thought that he was gonna coast to the finish line and win. He thought he didn't get enough separation though for me, because I felt like honestly Kendrick had the W in his back pocket. In his back pocket. His third this right here. Um, all he had to do was just had to be like more aesthetically pleasing. Like I get all the accusations, I get the psychoanalytic breakdown, I understand that, but I do think that it was too long, and it was boring. I get the accusations. We get that you were like you're a really good rapper, but the accusations and everything, like this, the song just got boring. So I think that Kendrick fumbled it at the end, and with a photo finish, Drake got ahead of him. But I'm not really impressed by neither one. I'm just being honest with you. I thought the first round push-ups versus Euphoria, I thought that that was lit. I actually think that those should have been the last track. Those tracks should have dropped yesterday, while the other bullshit should have dropped at the beginning. So yeah, I mean, I feel like Drake won because somebody has to win. And Kendrick, if you fell for the bait and switch, that's not good. Now, if Kendrick, all the shit that he's saying, if it somehow comes out, then I'll come and reevaluate that diss. I'm just not really into the gossip aspect of the dissing. You know what I mean? Like we talking about niggas, children. I can kind of leave. Oh, okay, you want to talk about his wife? She's grown. I get it. But like it's getting to the point now where social media is putting out pictures of their kids and people is playing with kids. I don't rock with that, bro. So y'all let me know what y'all think down below about this beef. Make sure that y'all like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Please hit the like button if anything, if you don't want to subscribe. Just to keep me in the algorithm. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we out, baby. Boom!